Hi, John here. Sunday, the 3rd of March 2013. Just going to run across with you the Black Pope, Adolfo Nicholas Pachon. He's a Spaniard chosen for this most powerful man in the world. I just want to read you his oath of the Catholic Church, and with him being responsible for all the parliaments in the world and running the White Pope Ratzinger that's just abandoned his followers in the Vatican City. So he's in control of that Pope, and there's another Grey Pope as well. So he puts out contracts on anybody who doesn't follow their oath or speaks out. They've got to keep their mouth shut, and they're forced, once they join as members, they've got 1 billion people in their membership around the world. So this is a message to all you church people in the Catholic Church, the Church of England, and every other church that has the obelisk sun god Ra on your churches, in your steeples, and in these that have been stolen off the black Nubian country in North Africa, the black African man and God, their memorials. And also they've stolen, that's the Black Pope and the Roman Catholics in the Vatican City. We're holding you liable for theft of our memorials, our history, ancestral inheritance history. For over 600 years you have taken those obelisks. They are our bloodlines to the Tahitian Moai statues, the black Africans. Now I just let you know that the new Pope that they're wanting to appoint is Peter Turkson, the Ghana clergy bishop, black skin, and more English or more European surname, not real bloodline on the male side, which is God, in our indigenous native customary law of God's law, L-O-R-E. So they are linked to our native people around the world, and including the Native American and Canadian Indians, with their leader, their bishop, ex-bishop, I can't think of his name at the moment, but anyway it'll come to me, Annette, right, Annette, and he's been successful at getting a ICJ court order to arrest the Pope and to arrest the Queen and 30 other criminals that the International Court of Justice, or the World Court at Brussels, has convicted them as criminals. So that puts the sovereignty of the Queen out here in New Zealand for a start, and it also puts all the head of state, her position as untenable, or her repute. She's in disrepute now of her status as a monarch and a royal figure at that, and all her wealth, and she's the trustee of our Confederation of Hapu in this country, New Zealand, our partner, and the Treaty of Waitangi. So we're just putting that together at the moment to address to the World Court for our hearing, the same, similar to Kevin, that's his name, Kevin Annette, and the American Indians. Thank you, Kevin. You've done a wonderful, marvellous job over these years. I've been watching you on Facebook, and you've come out fighting for the people of the world, and making a good example with the American Indians, and their children that they never saw anymore, and they were buried in the churchyards of this Catholic Church and the Church of England. They are the devils who have sacrificed children, and that's what the crime is. The most of the crime is genocide and theft of land and overpowering force of this Vatican Church and the Church of England. Okay, so I just wanted to read out the oath of these Catholic people, the billion of you in the world. A very serious matter when the world, the highest court in the world, issues an arrest warrant for your leaders, and 30 of you, and most of them bishops and generals in this scam, fraud, corrupted church of yours that's imitating Jesus and imitating the sun god Ra and our memorials. Those are our memorials that you are praying to. I would just have one question for you, you church people, all you church people, is that the Vatican City has military inside its walls to protect itself. I can't fathom out why you need God if you got all that armament to protect yourself when God is supposed to look after people and not have guns to shoot people, or there's another motive for having yourself armed against anybody when you're praying to God and you've got all those guns around you pointing to other people. It's not right. Okay, that's what I wanted to say to you. Adolfo, your name, Adolfo, Patron the eye, and all seeing eye, one eye like that. You cover the other eye, and that's your pyramid triangle and your fake image of the Nubians, mana, and their god. Alright, straight to God, powerhouse, authority. You didn't make your own authority. You need to get your own act together and give all those things you stole back, because those are our gods. You've got that. You've got Jesus, you've got our memorial obelisk to the sun, and you've got Moai with the Queen, and you still can't get it right. You're still corrupted and causing a lot of trouble in the world, shaking the world and all those. We're holding you responsible, Adolfo, you and Obama and Jesuits, the generals in there. We have named you and the bishops over here in New Zealand for corrupting our land with your churches. You came here for one thing in your mind, was to actually take our land off us, and for your business, the church business, right? Corporate business. And that's what it looks like now. You are the one responsible for all the carnage in the sea, the fish, the birds falling out of the sky, the chemtrails, the vaccinations, the HARP machine shaking the earthquakes, the tsunamis. You, Mr. Adolf Hitler, Nicholas Petron, are responsible for all this, and we're taking you to court too, also, as well as Kevin and those American Indians. The truth prevails with God's law. L-O-R-E. Okay? So I want to make this video to you. Notice, to you and your Catholic Church, I want you off this land in New Zealand. Pack your things and go. We told the Governor General and Anne Satinan and the Queen to pack her things and go. John Key appointed another Governor General, Jerry Matawhai Andrews, a Maori with a Pākehā wife Andrews church name. Okay? Trying to fool Moai. You will never fool Moai because he's God's face. Okay? God's face. Mokonui. Big face. That's our spiritual Orupa, sacred burial site on the east coast of North Island, New Zealand. Okay, the sun god, Ra. Okay? I made a video today so he can explain to you, people, you're fooling around with God and shaking the earth and doing all those devil things. You're exposed now, everybody knows what you're up to with the Black Pope, with you, Black Pope, and choosing Peter Turkson to be the next Pope to try and cover up your fraud with that obelisk and say all Africans are the same. No, they're not. He's from the west, Ghana, and the other people in Nubia, you ransacked the whole place, pillaged the whole place, got all their things out of the pyramids, and then you did this with it. You, right? We know. Moai's watching you. And I've got a video there of all your evil beams and things from your heart machine all over the world, shaking the whole lot as your weapons of mass destruction, ready to press the button. I think we've got a message for you of that. Okay? The people don't want that anywhere on their land anymore. Even the American Indians are going to boot you off the land because they have a right now. They've got a court order to do it. I'm just saying that you are evil on our land, a threat to our living and the people who are here. Right? We've got them in the churches here doing all this damage because you'll shoot them or you'll put a warrant out to have them murdered if they don't follow your instructions of your oath. Now here's your oath. Okay? I just want the whole world to hear it. Right? Moai, I'm talking for Moai, okay? And the people who want to be around Moai as safe with God. Okay? We don't need all this crap, bullshit, bullets and heart machines in this world to try and bring the population down from 6 billion to 500 million. That's your oath, Mr. Black Pope. Anyway, this is how it goes. The New World Order is the global totalitarianism dream that a banker called Mayer Amschel Rothschild helped revive in 1760 to protect his private bank from global government regulation. His grand blueprint is best described by his paid social engineer called Dr. Adam Sparkus. Weishaupt, Professor of Canon's Law, right, in the University of Ingolstadt. Weishaupt adopted the term Illuminati. This nightmare is well sought after today by their family's descendants. Below is the outline Weishaupt set out for his banker's financiers master. Carefully notice the similarities between Karl Marx's 10 planks of his Communist Manifesto and Weishaupt's outline. Also, please read Communism and the New World Order. Right, goes like this. The blueprint for the NWO, New World Order, is the abolition of all ordered governments. You want to get rid of all the governments. Abolition of private property. You want to get rid of all our property. Abolition of inheritance. You want to get rid of our inheritance. Hey? Abolition of patriotism. Abolition of the family. You want to split all our families up. You, Black Pope. The biggest shred out. Abolition of religion. You want to cut everybody else's religion and go devil. You're evil. Okay? Abolition and a global population of 500 million. That's what you want. You want 6 billion cut down. That's all your vaccinations. We hold you liable for that. The people in the world. Got a bone to pick with you. Okay? You want to get the population down to 500 million. This is your oath. Creation of a world government, the New World Order. You're trying to control the world that God gave us for everybody, not for one Black Pope to talk for God. Eh? Moai is a god. Don't forget that. You've stolen him. Your queen stole him, and you stole our other gods. Okay? And then you got Jesus. You stole that too. All right? You're making a mess of that. Yeah? Just tell you. You're not even Jesus. Right. Mayer Amschel Rothschild, 1828. Allow me to issue and control the money of a nation, and I care not who writes the laws. Even a 4-year-old can understand that people with control of money write the laws. Something of the biggest men in the United States in the field of commerce and manufacture are afraid of something They know that there is a power somewhere so organized, so subtle, so watchful, so interlocked, so complete, so pervasive, that they had better not speak above their breath when they speak in condemnation of it. Woodrow Wilson. Okay? So who is subtle, complete, organized power that Wilson is talking about? The answer to that, my friends, is the Jesuits. Who are the Jesuits? You may ask, aren't they just missionaries, priests and generals, do-gooders, who establish schools, universities, and pride themselves in being pillars in the community? If so, then why was the Jesuits' orders abolished in over 80 countries in 1773? J.E.C. Shepherd states that between 1555 and 1931, the Society of Jesus, i.e., that is, the Jesuit order, brackets, was expelled from at least 83 countries, cities, states and cities, for engaging in political intrigue and subversion, plots against the welfare of the state, according to the records of the Jesuit priest of repute, Thomas J. Campbell, brackets. Practically every instance of expulsion was for political intrigue, political infiltration, political subversion, and inciting into political insurrection. They are overloads of chaos. In a nutshell, the Jesuits are warlords, assassins, teachers, infiltrators, tyrants. They tried their hand at global domination with the League of Nations, but it failed. Now they are trying again under a new name, the United Nations, and it's about to work. What the people are not understanding is that the Jesuits command the White Pope and the Vatican City. Obama, Bush's, Clinton's, Blair's, Perez, Rudd, Jintao, Sarkozy, Medvedev, and frankly every government on earth, including the evil Council of Trent, CFR, Illuminati, the Zionists, the Bilderberg Group, the Freemasons, the Knights of Malta, the Knights of Columbus, the Knights Templar, Council of 300, and every intelligence organization in the world all have ties to the Jesuit order, and more specifically, the Superior General of the Jesuits known as the Black Pope, Adolfo Nicholas Petron, P-A-C-H-O-N, Petron, who was of January the 19th, 2008, succeeded Peter Hans Kalvenbach as the 30th Superior General of the Jesuits order. Right, big red printing here. The following material contained in Congressional Record, House Bill 1523, contested election case of Eugene C. Bonniwell against Thos S. Butler, 15th of February 1913, pages 3215 to 6, 3215 to 3216, 3215 to 3216. The oath appears in its entirety in this book. The Suppressed Truth About the Assassination of Abraham Lincoln by Burke McCarthy, page 14 to 16. Now, here we go in big bold letters. The extreme oath of the Jesuits, right? The Jesus people. Fakes. Okay? Here's how it goes. I, Adolfo Nicholas Petron, now in the presence of Almighty God, the blessed sacred hosts of heaven, and to you, my ghostly father, the Superior General of the Society of Jesus, founded by Saint Ignatius Loyola in the pontificate of Paul III, continued to be to the present, do by my womb of the Virgin, the matrix of God, and the rod of Jesus Christ, declare and swear that His Holiness the Pope is Christ's vice-regent, and is the true and only head of the Catholic or universal church throughout the earth, and that by virtue of the keys of binding and loosing given to His Holiness by my Saviour, Jesus Christ. Holy crap. Anyway, He hath power to depose heretical kings, princes, states, commonwealths, and governments, all being illegal without His sacred confirmation, and that they may safely be destroyed. Big deal. That was the big bold heading. Now we go into the real stuff. Therefore, to the utmost of my power I shall and will defend this doctrine of His Holiness, right and custom against usurpers of the heretical or Protestant authority whatever, especially the Lutheran of Germany, Holland, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, and now pretended authority in churches of England and Scotland, and branches of the same now established in Ireland and on the continent of America and elsewhere, and all adherents in regard that they be usurped and heretical, opposing the Sacred Mother Church of Rome. I do now renounce and disown any allegiance as due to any heretical king, prince, or state named Protestants, or liberals, or obedience to any of the laws, magistrates, or officers. I do further declare that the doctrines of the Church of England and Scotland, of the Calvinists, Huguenots, and others of the same Protestants or liberals, to be claimable, and they themselves damned, who will not forsake the same. I do further declare that I will help, assist, and advise all of any of His Holiness agents in any place whatsoever. I shall be in Switzerland, Germany, Holland, Denmark, Sweden, Norway, England, Ireland, or America, or in any other kingdom or territory I shall come to, and do my utmost to extirpate the heretical Protestants or liberals' doctrines, and to destroy all their pretended powers, legal or otherwise. I do further promise and declare that notwithstanding I am dispensed with to assume my religion heretical for the propaganda of the Mother Church interests, to keep secret and private all her agents' counsels from time to time as they may entrust me, and not to divulge directly or indirectly by word, writing, or circumstance whatsoever, but to execute all that shall be proposed, given in charge, or discovered unto me by you, my ghostly father, or any of this sacred covenant. I do further promise and declare that I will have no opinion or will on my own or any mental reservation whatsoever, even as a corpse, or cadaver, parend ac cadaver, but will unhesitatingly obey each and every command that I may receive from my superiors in the militia of the Pope and of Jesus Christ, that I may go to any part of the world whatsoever I may be sent, to the frozen regions of the north, the burning sands of the desert of Africa, or the jungles of India, to the centers of civilization of Europe, or to the wild haunts of the barbarous savages of America, without murmuring or repining, and will be submissive in all things whatsoever communicated to me. In red, bold letters now. This is the worst bit. Okay? Now, listen to this. Listen very carefully. This is his bad part of the oath. I further promise and declare that I will, when opportunity present, make and wage relentless war, secretly or openly, against all heretics, Protestants and liberals, as I am directed to do, to extirpate and exterminate them from the face of the whole earth, and that I will spare neither age, sex, or condition, and that I will hang, waste, boil, flay, strangle, and bury alive these infamous heretics, rip up their stomachs and wombs of their women, and crush their infants' heads against the wall, in order to annihilate forever their execrable race. That when the same cannot be done openly, I will secretly use the poisoned cup, the strangulation cord, the steel of the poniard, or the leaden bullet, regardless of the honour, rank, dignity, or authority of the person or persons, whatever may be their condition in life, either public or private, as I at any time may be directed so to do by any agent of the Pope or superior of the Brotherhood of the Holy Faith of the Society of Jesus, in confirmation of which I hereby dedicate my life, my soul, and all my corporal powers, and with this dagger which I now receive, I will subscribe my name written in my own blood, in testimony thereof, and should I prove false or weaken in my determination, may my brethren and fellow soldiers of the militia of the Pope cut off my hands and my feet and my throat from ear to ear, my belly opened, and sulphur burned therein, with all the punishment that can be inflicted upon me on earth, and my soul be tortured by demons in an eternal hell forever. How bizarre. That's all in red. Okay? That's the West bit. Now, how bad is that? This is the Catholic Church leader of the New World Order. You going to go for that? Are you going to follow that, you people? You better make your minds up. Okay? You Catholic people, this is you. You've sworn to this. All of you, your Church of England, every church in the world has sworn to the Black Pope, and just what I just said. Okay? This is to finish it off. This is the last bit. All of which I, Adolfo, Nicholas, Patron, Black Pope, Devil, do swear by the Blessed Trinity and Blessed Sacraments, which I am now to receive, to perform all on my part to keep inviolable, and do call all of the heavenly and glorious hosts of heaven to witness the blessed sacrament of the Eucharist, and witness the same further with my name written, and with the point of the dagger dipped in my own blood, and sealed in the face of my holy covenant. Man, that's worse than natives. That's real bad. Anyway, he received the wafer from the superior and writes his name with the point of the dagger dipped into his own blood, taken from over his heart. So he's stuck his dagger in his heart and write his signature. What the hell are those churches doing with this name as their superior? That's the next word, superior. Superior. Did you say? But you will now rise to your feet. This is when he was made the Black Pope. This is what they followed religiously. Okay? You will now rise to your feet, and I will instruct you in the catechism necessary to make yourself known to any member of the Society of Jesus belonging to this rank of the Black Pope. All that Jesus stuff is real bad. In the first place, you as the brother Jesuit, for the new Jesuits who join, will be another mutually make the ordinary sign of the cross as any ordinary Roman Catholic would. Then one cross on his wrists, his palms, and his hands open, and the other in the answer crosses on his feet and above the other. And he first points with his finger in his right hand to the center of the palm of the left hand, and the other forefinger of his left hand points to the center palm of the right hand, and then first with his right hand makes a circle around his head, touching it, and the other then the forefinger on the other on the left side of his body, just to the left of his heart. I'll try that one, see if the heart's over there. And then the first of his right hand draws it across his throat, and later then with the dagger, right, down his stomach, through to his abdomen, of the first, right, then he says, Istum, and the other answers, Nika. The first, Regis, the other answers, Impious, which the meaning of which has already been explained. The first will be then present a small piece of paper folded in a peculiar manner 4 times, with the other will cut longitudinally and open the same with Jesu will be found written upon the head of the arms of a cross 3 times. You will then give and receive with him the following questions and answers. Question. From whither do you come? Answer. The Holy Faith. Question. What do you serve? Answer. The Holy Father at Rome. The Pope, the Roman Catholic Church, universal throughout the world. Question. Who commands you? Answer. The successor of Saint Ignatius Loyola, the founder of the Society of Jesus, or the soldiers of Jesus Christ. Question. Who received you? Answer. A venerable man in the white hair. Question. How? Answer. With a naked dagger. Kneeling upon the cross beneath the banner of the Pope and of the Sacred Order. Like that. Question. Did you take an oath? Answer. I did. To destroy heretics and their governments and rulers, and to spare neither age, sex, or nor condition. To be as a corpse without any opinion or will of my own, but to implicitly obey my superiors in all things without hesitation or murmuring. Question. Will you do that? Answer. I will. Question. How do you travel? Answer. In the bark of Peter the fisherman. Question. Whither do you travel? Answer. To the four quarters of the globe. Question. For what purpose? Answer. To obey the orders of my general and superiors and execute the will of the Pope and faithfully fulfill the conditions of my oath. You may be hearing for years about the various elements of society who control our world from behind the scenes. So it goes on. I don't want to read the rest of it because that was all that I wanted to hear. I wanted you to hear the oaths of this conspiracy, of this terrible, terrible man and his Catholic churches and all the churches who are following him as he is the most powerful man in the world, controlling all the governments, all the politicians and everything under his orders. And if no one listens, he has a warrant out to murder them and to get rid of them, like Abraham Lincoln, President Kennedy, and a few others the same way, Mubarak, and the people that are stopping the oil in the country Syria, and that they bomb them up. He's responsible for every single thing in this world that is war. He is the person funding the war. He's the one controlling the Queen, the Pope, and the Vatican, and his generals are responsible and liable now from us, the Moai, Tahitian, Polynesian people in the South Pacific and New Zealand, and also we are linking up with the American Indians and Kevin Annett, the ex-bishop, doing a wonderful job, and I just wanted to support him with our people here, the Hapus, the Moai crown. The crown of the Moai is on his head, as you can see on our treaty settlements. That is set up to link ourselves legally to the government here to put into the World Court and to the Westminster Parliament as Confederation. We are the treaty partners to the Queen. She is our trustee. No longer can she be trusted as a trustee, and so we have to take our sovereignty over from her, and we will bill her, and we have already made intentions to do that in affidavits and letters to her, the government here and British government. It's been in Facebook for quite some time now, the affidavits. We have over 3,000 affidavits to support our claims against the corrupted Queen and the corrupted Pope and Rothschild's banks, Evelyn Rothschild, and also Obama and Hillary Clinton and their administration that's under the Queen's monarchy, rule of law, and they got there to America through Admiralty law, and King William IV is our connection to the British government with our hapu up at Te Tii Marae, and our chief Wiremu Papahei, who's linked with me and Sue Nikora, the Prime Minister of the Maori government. That's legal. And we did sack Anand Satanen, the Governor General of the time, in 2009, and told him to pack his loans and go. And so they carried on going, ignored us. Well, I'm afraid they have treason, and created treason, on top of what they have already now created with a Queen that's got a criminal warrant out on her now. So that makes their sovereignty, assumed sovereignty of the New Zealand government and cabinet and administrators null and void as far as I'm concerned. We just make this public announcement to the world that we are going to take our sovereignty back from her control and the trust and all her. We have the first right to our estate that she's got in Spain, the King and Queen of Spain, and we're claiming that now, her 17 trillion that she had here, to install into this country, into the Supreme Court. So all that I've got documented in affidavits to take her to trial and to the court after the Canadian Americans have dealt with her. We put our claim in pro that court hearing as an intent and affidavit and bill charge debt for a trillion pounds in gold bullion, and that's well documented in on Facebook as our billion witnesses, as well as the witnesses on Twitter, Google and YouTube. So we have got a lot of advertising that identifies ourselves as the beneficiaries of the Queen's estate. So that means legally we have first claim to that for everybody. That's not only for Maori. The Moai statue is our God's face image. That's the real God. No bullets required, no military, no drones, no Scud missiles, no HARP machines, no anything for that matter. So people, we're just doing that. Moai crown case versus crown. The crown in brackets, and Moai crown in brackets versus the crown Rothschild Bank and the Black Pope Adolfo Nicholas Patron. Okay, so with those two people and the Queen, we've got them in our sights into the court, and with our bill charge debt order. The lawyers, Julian N. Falconer in London, has put our case together, and so I'll be going to London and sign the documents, and he's got the court case already in the World Court. I've been informed by him that it's all done, and all we had to do is just go in there and sign the documents and pull them into court one by one. Okay, and the Prime Minister here, New Zealand, Chris Finlayson, the Attorney General here, the Minister of Maori Affairs, Peter Sharples, Sean Elias, the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and Helen Clark, the ex-Prime Minister of New Zealand, and the bishops here that I've named that are using our Moai statue in Wellington on the beach for their Polynesian people in their Catholic Church, in the Church of England. We're taking you to court before you go to the Vatican and get your transfer there. We'll lock you into court before you do that, okay, for stealing our ancestral inheritance. The same as the Moai statue in Auckland, that's our title here, and the One Tree Hill, and the Aotea title with Kawharu Te Join, Waikato, and also the Moai statue down in South Island, Dunedin, with my nephew, Desmond Wanoa, standing just next to the Moai with a crown on his head. That's the real crown, the earth DNA, a crown from Rapa Nui to Mokanui, down the East Cape, and also to Dunedin, and so that's our real crown. Longevity and basket of knowledge, intelligence in his head, and the mana whenua into the ground on the East Island, dug deep into the ground, is the claim to the world. So we've got a claim on the world ahead of the New World Order. They have got no proof to come up against this, and whatever he says in this oath is a threat on our land, so he must go off our land, and the same with the American Indians, he must leave because that is a threat, the oath, in front of us, the original God's people, and our own native law, customary law, and their mortgages, and pick up their mortgages and their churches and go. Okay, so that's our orders, pre going to the World Court. Okay, so thank you very much. Today is Sunday the 3rd of March 2013, and it's been nice talking on this video. We'll be joining Kevin and Annette on the videos, television and radio. I've joined, and while they are going through the process of arresting those 30 criminals that have been named in the World Court case, the ICJ, International Court of Justice, handed down these warrants for their arrest. If they don't hand themselves in, by tomorrow, 4th, on our day, and the 4th on Canada, in London, where Kevin Annette is. And good luck to you, Kevin, in your arrest campaign. And we'll support you as hopefully the 16th country, as there are 16 or 17 countries now, and I'll put our Aotea, Ngātua Aotea country in with that too, in the Pacific Islands. Okay? So thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll catch you again soon. Bye for now. May God be with you, the real God.